Welcome. This is David Bowles, Human Meme. Today's topic: hoping the world will return to you. But I can't believe I'm going. My head's light at the thought of different ground and a different sky. I'll never get over Lemnos. This island's going to be the keel under me and the ballast inside me. I'm like a fossil that's being carried away. I'm nothing but cave stones and damp walls and an old mush of dead leaves. The sound of waves in drafty passages. A cliff that's wet with spray on a winter's morning. I feel like the sixth sense of the world. I feel I'm part of what was always meant to happen and is happening now at last. Come on, my friends.
Now it's high water mark, and flood tide in the heart, and time to go. The sea nymphs in the spray will be the chorus now. What's left to say? Suspect too much sweet talk, but never close your mind. It was a fortunate wind that blew me here. I leave half ready to believe that a crippled trust might walk, and the half-true rhyme is love.
Seamus Heaney, The Cure at Troy. Well, my human meme friend, there's just no way around it. We are all forsaken, and of the ill-footed Philoctetes, damaged, wounded, limping, looking for sorrow beyond ourselves, and we are left to wonder what the world left behind, only to discover that that thing left behind is us. The purge of aging is clarity. We see things younger eyes cannot perceive. They search for the quick way, the way out, the shortcut, the pathway of least resistance. We, the disabused, we know there is no easy way. There are no shortcuts. There is only pain and perseverance, and above all, survival. We are well aware there is no way out. Bill Gates, that Bill Gates, the super genius Bill Gates, once said that when he was the head of Microsoft, he would always look for the laziest person in the room, and then assign that person to solve the most difficult and complicated tasks. Because, Bill Gates said, lazy people do not want to work hard. Lazy people cut through all the layers to find the quickest way to the end. Lazy people are solution providers, purely out of self-interest, and probably the need to nap. Now, I find that fascinating, because Bill Gates is really smart and insightful and the definition of not lazy. But Bill Gates is genius enough to recognize the good and the bad and the profit in the sleepy. But now, wishing the world would return to you is more than just escaping from a cave like Philoctetes or waking up the napping like Bill Gates. The world is even more about just that than just pure nostalgia. We want the world back the way it used to be when it worked. There was no fluid morality. There was no tolerance for the rude or the crass. We did not have to put up with the infidelity of low-quality thought, because we did not have to deal with lo-fi as in every moment of daily life, as now we must. Yes, my human meme friend, the world is passing us by, flipping us off and calling us filthy names through the car window. And yet there we stand, flat-footed, wounded and weeping, spat upon and cold, shivering, wondering, what the hell well happened. Where did the melody go in the song? When did dancing become about shaking your butt and not about arching your feet? When did the world turn around against us instead of spinning forward? Oh, and sure, as I age, you age, we all age together, we all make this same old tattered argument for our generation. I know I'm not saying anything new. It's all been said before. By the deathbed recantation, the remorseful on death row, and the cranky old man on the street corner, shaking his cane at the wind for blowing too hard. Yes, it's nothing new. To want the excellence of your youth which you once had and then lost. In the ongoing reimagination of cultural values and a newer, woke way of living in a world that values the canceling of other people instead of the affirmation of the goodness in all of us. And when we cancel people, we limit ourselves. Our internal moral duty is stunted because we no longer have to think individually or critically or chronologically. We don't have to change our minds or take a different train of thought. Nope, cancel culture is easy. You just do it, canceled, and you're done. There's no reclamation, no resurrection, no return from the dead. There is only the everlasting hope, gifted to you by the cruel turn of the screw of a simple conflict of personality. And this is our world now, defensive, divisive, a May-December wedding from which we cannot cull the seasons. We are adrift in a cultural war that divides generations and separates values. Way back when, we at least pretended to get along in good company, even if we did not. And we got along because we were raised to be kind and to use good manners. Today, none of that matters. Today, it's each person for the self, and only the self. An audience of one, a kingdom of a single person. And they wouldn't have it any other way. Both sun and God, both moon and ocean, both problem and solution, and both truth and lie contorted to fit inside the constraints of a single ego. What a world we are unto oneself. And me? Well, my human meme friend. Me? I would rather have back the rusty old world. A world that stank of tar and smoldering clay and rotting wood. I want back a world where we didn't have to wish for predictability in morality. I want back a world where a spark in the ashes of a coal fire dancing in the wind was a signal, a light, just for you, that your neighbor set out, just to make sure you could find your way home again. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.